We'll be back from the break. You're watching Smart Means Business, and we kick off this hour of 8 with our business tip of the day. Ahead is getting started. The secret of getting started is breaking your complex, overwhelming tasks into smaller, manageable tasks, and then starting on the first one. Well, get started, and of course, the secret of getting started is breaking your complex, overwhelming tasks into small, manageable ones. If everything is complicated, try to at least get something that is at least more than complicated. Get started. Ahead is for you to just kick off. Just kick start off, and everything will be fine. That is the business tip of our morning today. Now let's get our business quotes as well. Now, the business quote says, logic will get you from A to B, imagination will take you everywhere. That if you are logically thinking about certain things, you will come from this position to the other. But if you are imagining something out of your reach, but you have that belief that you will go somewhere and achieve this something, then well, you are definitely going to achieve it. And that is what the business quote says. Imagination can take you everywhere, while logic will only take you from a distance. A given kind of distance. And that's it for the business quote this morning. Just a simple motivation as you kickstart off your day. Now, we are off to our social media trends, and the social media trends amongst key discussions beside the politics in Nigeria and of course the ongoing football banter that normally happens on the timeline, that is on Twitter. Besides that, yesterday, MultiChoice released new packages. That is for the DSTV subscribers, those who actually the DSTV consumers, and one of which was with effect from 1st of April. There will be new packages for DSTV customers, and well, it did not sit well with most of the Ugandans, especially those who subscribe to DSTV, and many of them rushed to the timeline to show their grievances. And DSTV also had its reasons as to why this happened. Now let's get more of what was happening on the timeline regarding regarding the reactions of the social media users on Twitter in regards to DSTV's new monthly packages. To tweet with DSTV customers, please note that the MultiChoice Uganda will implement a price adjustment to the DSTV packages effective 1st of April. For any inquiries, please contact those numbers. Now, the 2023 price adjustments, when you look at the DSTV package, from for the premium, from 255,000 as effective 1st of April, it will be at 276,000. That's an addition of from 255,000 to 275,000. That's an addition of 20,000. Now, for the compact plus customers, from 150,000 to 160,000, 10,000 of an increment. Then compact from 94,000 to 104,000. That is 5,000 of an increment. The DSTV family from 59,000 to 64,000. DSTV access will definitely have from 39,000 to 43,000. Then the other package from 15,000 to 16,000. Then the last one would be from 44,000 to 50,000. So you can easily see this particular one. That was according to what DSTV revealed in regards to the price adjustments to the DSTV packages that will be as effective as 1st of April. Now, after DSTV tweeting that, there was quick reaction from the Ugandans on Twitter. Raymond Mugume at Raymond Mugume with a tweet: who will pay DSTV when all we watch is all-night soccer? So he also encrypted that same image of MultiChoice's 2023 price adjustments that will be effective 1st of April. So it is only 3 months for the DSTV customers to make new changes, whether to stick to the platform or go to other options. Now, DRK at DRK_Fred says Ugandans pay the highest DSTV charges in the whole of Africa. This must stop. Well, according to DRK, that is what he believes. So he says this must stop. The charges are quite high for Ugandans during these economic times. But of course, also DSTV does say that it's because of the economic times that they decided to at least adjust to fit in with these particular prices. And they've given their customers a month to prepare for these adjustments. Maybe later on in the day, they will drop them once the economy and economic crisis also drops. You never know. Now, Jamhachi J. Emanzi at Emanzi20 also caught retweeting that DSTV post and saying DSTV prices just keep going up. What does not change is the content we consume. And then at Man United won a trophy. At Seru Remy says that DSTV Compact is now going to 104,000. I think by the start of next season, those ninjas would have increased it to 150,000. These Man United supporters, someone having a name now as Man United won a trophy. Anyway, he had his say in regards to DSTV and those particular charges of DSTV as well, as we continue to look at how social media reacted. Now, Mackenzie quickly brought in his also brought in his say. Mackenzie at Maiga Mac says, dear DSTV, you guys. Now with our last one, that is coming in from Smart24 TV's update in regards to what DSTV had in regards to bringing up details or bringing more of the charges yesterday or adjusting those particular charges. Now, besides that, as we continue to look deeper in understanding what is happening from the world of technology, we are going to look at countries that have so far banned TikTok. Now, TikTok is a social media app. This has been an app that has given opportunities for most of the content creators to make a name for themselves and make some good money. And it's owned by ByteDance. That is, ByteDance is a company in China. Now, by the look of things here, as we continue, the countries that have banned TikTok so far. Taiwan in December 2022 imposed a public sector ban on TikTok after the FBI warned that TikTok posed a national security risk. Now, government devices, including mobile phones, tablets, and desktop computers, are not allowed to use China-made software, which includes apps like TikTok, its Chinese Equity and Douyin, or Xiaohongshu, a Chinese lifestyle content app. Now, China dashed out at the US for banning TikTok, describing the ban an abuse of state power and suppressing farms from other countries. More than half of the 50 US states also have banned the app from government devices. Now, the Chinese, on the other hand, say this is more like threatening or being unfair and discriminatory in a way that TikTok is not being granted the opportunity to have subscribers from other countries. Now, besides that, let's now have a look at these the countries that have so far banned the app from being used in government offices. Now, the United States. This week, the USA that the government agencies have 30 days to delete TikTok from federal devices and systems over data security concerns. The ban applies only to government devices, although some US lawmakers advocating for at least an outright ban. Canada, after the US apparently looked deeper in banning on Monday, Canada apparently also banned TikTok. And of course, this is not something. This does not come in as a new something new, because when Canada on Monday announced that government-issued devices must not use TikTok, as you can definitely see. This was a guideline that was saying it is a must not use, saying that this presents an acceptable risk to privacy and security. Employees also likely to at least will also be blocked from downloading the application in the future. Now, the European Union, on the other hand, the European Parliament, as well as the European Commission, and of course, amongst the others, that apparently banned TikTok. Now, besides that, the Pakistan authorities have temporarily banned TikTok at least 4 times since October 2020. This one is actually citing concerns that the app promotes immoral content. Then in Afghanistan's Taliban leadership banned TikTok and the Chinese game PUBG in 2022 on the grounds of protecting youth from being misled. Some people are actually saying TikTok does lead to a lot of, has led to most people thinking differently, or it has changed the mindset of people and made most users lazy because of the time they spend, all the time they spend on that social media app. So this is why most of the governments are citing it. Well, some of the governments are actually banning the app, reason being privacy issues and security matters that they've laid. For example, the United States, Canada, and the European Union, who apparently say that it seems TikTok does send messages or personal information to the Chinese government. So it is a threat in case it is being owned by people who work in government agencies, because at any one point it is a threat to the governments in there. Okay, and that's it for that particular insight this early morning. But now let's look at more of supporting innovations in the country, amongst other business updates that we have for you today. When you look at some of the innovations that Ugandans continue to come up with, there are quite many, especially the young people. This has bridged the gap of unemployment somehow, because despite the fact that there are challenges in regards to capital to set up, boost this production and productivity, but at least innovation does look like the way to go. And in this particular update, we get to look at a made in Uganda engine, and of course what other designs are underway. Then also farmers have been reminded to use irrigation, especially when you look at this particular engine that has been made. It would support this sort of irrigation. So it's a two-way thing, innovation supporting agriculture and boosting productivity, because it's apparently innovated by Ugandans, for Ugandans, I should say, as of now. Later on, when the production levels increase, it will be produced for as many countries on the continent or even globally, if the support comes up there. And with this particular update, we do have Dr. Monica Musenero, who is the Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation.
Engine to be made in Uganda. The whole engine is conceptualized and designed and fabricated and made in Uganda. And the vehicle is, I'm hoping that by the end of May, you'll be able to see a fully finished trike. This little vehicle is going to be very handy for farmers up country. We have designed it to consume, it's a fuel. After that, we shall start to work on an electrical version of it, but for now, it's a diesel engine. It can do irrigation, it can pump, it can transport about 1 ton of farm produce, and also at home it generates electricity. So that is fully designed here in Uganda. This project of the engine is a good example of what the Secretariat is trying to do. This engine was innovated by Joakali, a group of young men called Keviton. They've never been to school. So they innovated it their way. They got some support from government. They went to the School of Engineering in Makerere. And last year I was invited to launch it. I think even the people who invited me, they didn't know what we were supposed to do. So what I did is I linked them up with Chira Motors, and the Juakali worked together with the engineers, because the Chira Motor engineers understand motor vehicle manufacturing. So they were able to first work through, cultivate a common language, build the trust, and then begin to work on, okay, we have built an engine, what do we use it for? Because Uganda doesn't make anything that we will assemble engines here. So we agreed to make it into a small farm vehicle, a trike, 3-tiered vehicle, but it has been designed specifically for 3 functions. 1, to move. It can transport up to 1 ton of farm produce. 2, to pump water. So you can just drive it to near your water source, connect it to pipes, and you can pump water to irrigate your farm. And 3, to generate electricity, so that even if I'm in the rural area and it has been optimized for low consumption, such that it can generate electricity to power your house, you can charge your phone, you can watch TV, and light your house. So we have finished the design, the first vehicle designed completely here. Everything is made here, and they are now making the first prototype. They're fabricating. I'll not direct you where it is. We will unveil it.
Right, so that is Dr. Monica Musenero explaining on that particular one in regards to the kind of innovations in the country and what needs to be done to at least see that we continue to have this and more. But besides that as well, also the issue to do with Ugandan satellite, reasons for its delay to be launched, Dr. Monica Musenero also responded to the same matter.
As you know, we launched the satellite. However, the handover of the ground station has been slow. The technical person finished, but we need also some additional equipment, and so the station is not fully functional. So we have not yet started utilizing that data, which is from the satellite. We have not yet started utilizing the satellite system because we have to finish what's on the ground. It was associated with Japan. Yes, Japan had 3 satellites to launch.
Oh,
yes.
So they had the opportunity to...
Yes, yes, and it had to be launched by NASA. And you know, a launch is a very expensive thing, and JICA was, Japan was, it is called JAXA. They were helping us to do that. The second issue was the delay on the ground. Is, you know, that facility is under ICT. It's owned by, it was owned by UTL.
This Mpoma?
Yes, the Mpoma. So it took us so long to negotiate. It was in transition, the other company closed. They really, the network of papers is there a lot for us to get it, and then to start the renovation, to put the infrastructure on the ground. So there was a slight but Japan, those people couldn't wait for us, and the satellite can always be there.
All right, now to talk more of innovation, we are joined with Barita Andrew this morning, and of course to look deeper in Uganda's innovation space. Good morning, Andrew.
Very good morning, Jerome. How are you today?
I'm all right.
Yeah.
By the look of things here, besides the Ugandan satellite and reasons for its delay to be launched, then innovation in general. You're a man who is into these issues of innovation, and especially
I'm very, very passionate. And you know, every day I see people coming up with quite very amazing, But when, according to my interactions, when I meet so many people, as I'm seeing people developing engines, and we are tracing it back to our education system, because according to people's stories, they will tell you, you know what, I did, this degree in engineering at this university.
Okay.
And then after I had to sit down, go back and be creative in a way. And they try to transcend the knowledge from the perspective of from the theory perspective to make it practical. But not so many do that. Quite a few of them. And then I was thinking, and the reason that's why actually they're saying why very few people are able to, make the innovations very practical. It's because of the education system putting it to a perspective of being too theoretical. And now, this is where the urge comes in for the government to ensure that how much more, if we could have vocational schools, like for example engineering, people are building car engines, engineering, automation school, something of that sort, and also the aspect of government support, in a way. And this is something which they always talk about. We need money. There is that innovator down there. He actually started up a local innovation hub. Where he develops machines. You go to him, you tell him, this is the kind of thing I want to do, and he's going to develop for you. But that's the overall thing he's always saying. It's like we are struggling a lot because we need to make research, because innovation is about research, and research is expensive. It's money. So literally, that's the entire space. Besides the aspect of having the equipment to do what they ought to do, there is the aspect of research. It's very necessary. Research, which needs money.
All right. Yeah. Now, by the look of things, also let's look at the issue on the Ugandan satellite. The handover of the ground station has been slow, and by the look of things, the station is not yet functioning. Where does this leave us? And of course, I don't know. Should we be worried, anxious, or?
Yeah, because there is what we call maintenance.
Yes.
Maintenance of such a satellite, and looking at okay, the people that operate it, that are giving you this feed, these images that you get, that's all an entirety. Besides of the, she talked about equipment.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she talked about equipment.
The equipment
is something key.
That need to function.
Yes. No wonder when that satellite was launched, there was a partnership with Zimbabwe. There was Japan, Zimbabwe, and Uganda at the same time. So, maybe that could be one of the reasons as why there is a delayed, functionality, because they were explaining why the satellite is not really functional.
Okay.
As of such. Maybe were we really ready to launch it? That's the first question. Were we? Because for it to operate, before you launch any satellite, you need to ensure that actually at least you have the standard operating procedures for it to ensure that you run it effectively. Yeah.
Okay. And of course, if we can at least get to realize as well that Japan had 3 satellites to be launched in the same period, accordingly, from what we have here as well. But of course, Dr. Monica Musenero says that there are some reasons for its delay to be launched, and if will definitely ask my producer to give us a little bit of a screenshot of the satellite there for the viewers to easily see what is happening in there.
No, the look of things, you see, that's the official website of NASA.
Okay.
And when you try to search, okay, there have been questions, people have been wondering, was the satellite really launched?
Okay.
And when you go and search on the NASA official website and you type the PAL Africa Set 1, you see what they bring in here for you right there. You see, people have been wondering, where is Uganda regarding this? Probably the responsible stakeholders should really come out to explain to the people what really that really means, because somebody may take it in another perspective, regarding that matter.
All right. And of course, we do continue to give you more business updates here with Barija Andrew. After the break, we have sports business and the entertainment business coming up shortly. So stick around, there's more coming up. Good morning.